We're talking today with Neale Joseph, who is both the Managing Director and CEO of Australian Primary Hemp, ASX code APH. Now, if you don't know, the company is one of Australia's largest producers of Australian grown hemp. Neale, it's been 6 months since you appeared on Share Cafe's Hidden Gems webinar. Can you remind us what the company does?
Thanks, Tim. Great to see you again. For us, so we are a paddock to plate, fully integrated plant-based nutrition business. We grow, with farmers, we grow hemp in Tasmania, we process it and we turn it into value-added products in human nutrition, pet nutrition, and health and wellness. And we are building our distribution of our brands and our products nationally and hopefully internationally as we move forward.
And Neale, can you talk to the market's perception on hemp? And obviously the cannabis market, medicinal cannabis market has had some success in Australia. Can you talk to the perception on hemp?
One of the challenges I think with hemp, Tim, is that it's so versatile. And as you've just rightly said, there are opportunities we know there are about 5,000 defined commercial applications for hemp, and hemp has been around for a really long time. So I think there was some demonization of hemp as it was attached to marijuana in the early days. And there still is a lot of that. I think there is a perception generally that hemp is a hallucinogenic drug. And for certain varieties of marijuana, which are high in THC and CBD and used for those type of purposes, that is true. But across that spectrum, as I said, there's 5,000 uses. Our challenge, I think, is to be able to, one, we don't grow any of that stuff. We grow a particular phenola variety, which is got 0 to 0.3% THC, mostly at the 0, and very low in CBD. And we primarily use it for the purposes of our company's needs, which are in human, pet, and wellness from a nutrition perspective. But hemp is we've got a lot of education to do because of that historical perspective. But I think people are seeing it much more positively from a nutritional perspective. But I also think with the work that's being done in CBD and in the medicinal work, and now the rescheduling of CBD from a Schedule 9 down to a Schedule 3, it's going to become more of a topic of discussion. And I think as those first Australian approved CBD products come onto the market, the awareness will continue to grow and people will see it across the spectrum. So I think it's not only up to us, but it's up to every player in the market in whatever part of the spectrum they're playing to be able to communicate and educate into the benefits of hemp in the particular verticals that they play in, because they are very different.
And Neale, can you talk to what's happening globally in the hemp market and how big is that potential market?
Look, Tim, it's a great question. And I think the answer depends on the research that you read. It depends, I think, on the development of the individual markets. So hemp has been legalized in Canada for nearly 20 years. It's been legalized in parts of the United States since the Farm Act of 2018. And it was legalized here for food products in 2017, 2018. So people see it, I think, in a number of ways. So first, I think the market opportunity is significant. Medicinal cannabis, we think, has got significant growth, but hemp as a plant-based nutrient and a superfood has very significant growth. And so we see the market in the billions of dollars in the areas that we're playing in. In the food market that we play in, it's a multi-trillion-dollar market in food, and we think plant-based has become mainstream and hemp within that will form a very significant part. In the pet market and pet nutrition that we play in, again, very significant market, very significant and growing significantly. So we see very significant opportunity and growth of the market generally and our place in it. And I think also in the nutrient and supplement space. So large, I couldn't give you an exact number, but they're in the multi-billions of dollars. And the projections, depending on the research, says it will grow anywhere between 8 and 19%, depending on the category and depending on the market on a compound annual growth rate.
Now, over the last 12 months, you've obviously gained significant traction in the market. The share price has risen over 291%. Can you speak to some of the driving forces behind APH's rise?
Yeah, I can. So we came out in May 2020, a couple of months after I joined the business, and we developed a strategy. And the strategy, as I've said before, is to focus on 3 areas only: to focus on human nutrition, pet nutrition, and health and wellness. And so in May, we identified that, and we've been really quietly working to deliver to that. So we have announced, we've developed a brand in our human nutrition called Mount Elephant. Mount Elephant comes from the first farm that we ever farmed hemp in the Western Districts of Victoria back in 2018. And we've created a value-added brand, which we've been able to have success in getting distribution into Coles and Woolworths, as well as into the health food independent supermarket store channel. In addition to that, we've developed a range of hemp and oat milks, which are also have gone into Woolworths and are just about to go into Coles. And we're seeing this plant-based nutrition generally, and plant-based health, plant-based food really growing significantly. And we've had some commercial success. Very early days for us, because the ranges have only just started arriving in stores now. And in fact, the Coles range won't go in until June. But we're really excited about that. The early numbers that we've also got out of our snack bars into 7-Eleven are really encouraging. So we've really tried, so I think that that's one element. We've really been able to commercialize what we said we were going to do in May. And if you look at any announcement that I've made to the market in that time, it's always referred to that strategy. And we're really focused on that because, as I said, hemp can go into a number of areas. So we're delivering to that. Plus, we've got a really exciting product development pipeline. We've also announced a number of significant deals in our ingredient business. So where people are replacing animal-based nutrients with plant-based nutrients. And to that end, what we're really excited about is we're in the early stages of development of hemp isolates and really high quality hemp proteins based on the great quality that we're farming out of Tasmania, and then the unique processing that we're being able to implement. So we see growth in our ingredients business and growth in our branded food business. And then as we move forward later this month, we're about to launch our Field Day, our pet nutrition brand. And so that is the next step in what we outlined in May last year. So we're just getting traction on what we said we were going to do. And that's really what it's about. We've not overpromised, we've not underpromised, we're just diligently working to deliver what we've said to the market.
And Neale, can you talk to the next 12 months for APH?
I can, Tim. So we're really excited about the next 12 months. I guess it's really bringing to life in a full year what I've just talked about earlier. So having a full year of distribution in our major supermarket channels, having a full year of launch of our pet food products, plus the launch into wellness. In addition to that, we've got a really exciting product development plan, which we will be presenting, and we continue to present to our customers all the time. So there's that. We're entering into new channels. So we've not only have we got relationship with 7-Eleven in the convenience store channel, but we're working with a number of distributors, and we've got quite good traction now in independent convenience stores. With our milks, we're getting good traction in the cafe and independent market, and we're really starting to get good outcomes there as well. So I think there's that piece from a distribution perspective. From a product perspective, lots of product development. So we're really excited about that across all three and bringing those to market. And then I think there's the brand building and the customer engagement, which we're really excited about. So we've done a number of activations. We work with we work with in the community. We work with a number of charities, particularly focused on mental health. That's a core value of ours to be able to support that. Building a proper engagement with the digital community. So our Instagram followers, for example, have gone from nothing in Mount Elephant in September 2020, and we're just about to hit 8,000. And we're really excited. That shows that we're starting to get that traction. Plus, we've got a number of exciting activations with some great partners. So I think it's going to be a very interesting and exciting 12 months. We're starting to get some interest from international retailers on our products, because they like our packaging, they like our products, and they see the rates of sale. So we'll explore those opportunities in a very structured way. I think that's what the next 12 months will hold.